Oh, hi. Yeah, I'm just playing a little five-card, pay table stuff before we get into Scott Streaming Consciousness of Poker on the World Series of Poker platform. This is just for fun. Let's see what... This is free chip stuff, folks. This is what I talk about playing. You just kind of caught me in the act. So, let's finish up here. We got a pair of queens. Sometimes I'll keep the ace. Oh, look at this. So it looks like we're going to come away with, and this just 45 seconds of me screwing around, playing video poker, and we got 7.6 million in chips to head into the gaming world with. Probably we got a free card, so we'll take our card. Again, the point is, always take your freebie. So I'm Scott. Welcome back to Scott's Streaming Consciousness of Poker. We're going to go quick today. It's just me. Adam, I believe, is still out of town, but we're going to do some flop, turn, and river. Fun times. We might even play a few different kinds of poker like we did last time. So, anyways, shall we just get started? Let's just get started. We'll play Omaha. How about we start with playing some Omaha? We did this last time. And it's a little different strategy. And by the way, I want everybody to just take notice. We've got 6.878 billion in chips. So we'll take our seat at the Omaha table, give ourselves a little more resources. And of course, we'll always have to almost wait our turn. I'll just come scroll up here, as I like to do. Total hands played, 26,212. Now, Omaha is a little different, okay? And I know that a couple shows ago, Adam was talking about it, but because you get so many cards and because there's so many cards out on the table, it takes on a little bit of a different type of game. So, without further ado, I'll probably get in on the next hand. Let's see any oligarchs at the table? Okay, 21 million. What do you got? You got 162 billion, Taco Supreme. All right, he's got a lot of coin. But we're usually the oligarch. Here we go. All right, this is a nice hand to go in with because we got possible flushing. We also got possible straighting. But remember, in Omaha, you must use two of your cards. So best we think we have right now is a pair of tens, but we're definitely going to stay in, right? Have to use two of your cards. We're going to check. We've got a pair of tens. Not great on this table. You got to have like three of a kind or better to even contend. Now we got three of a kind or better. That's nice. All right. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to call the 360. Still don't have the perfect hand. Four of a kind is the hand in Omaha. So what do we got? And there's the four. So we've got three of a kind. We're going to stay in with our three of a kind. We'll just call everything. And we lost to a full house. So you can see that even three of a kind on an Omaha table isn't good enough. And this is also power hand territory. So when you flush, you make more coins. So we've got a possible queen 10 flush. I like that. Got a 9-10 straight. But really anything less than three of a kind is really not that special. We'll check to stay in with that pair of eights. We really have nothing now. At this point, we have no potential of really winning this hand. So we're actually just, because there's no money on the table, we'll just go ahead and check. Unfortunately for us, that's two hands we don't get to play. So there's two pair up on the board. We have a queen high. You have to play two of our cards, which would be the queen and the 10. Still not good enough. We'll check it anyways. You'll see. Somebody will win with three of a kind, as you see that Mr. Frank did. Everybody gets four cards instead of two. We are dealt a pair of fours, which is not bad. Fours are kind of a magnet. So you know what? We're going to go ahead and just do a little raise. Default will usually raise twice what's in the pot, so it'll go to 120. See if we can improve upon our pair of fours. All right, so we really have nothing. We got two pair, jacks and nines. It's funny also in this particular type of poker, the game can change quickly. So we went from having a pair of fours to having two pair jack nine. That queen doesn't help us, except we are looking possible straighting now. We'll check again. Yeah, we'll just stay in the game. We'd like another jack. We'd like another nine, honestly. Oh, we're going to go all in? Okay. We got plenty of chips, folks. We got billions just to prove our point. Two pairs not going to cut it. We're not going to win this hand. There's the straight. Richard wins with the straight. Very nice. We'll tell him nice hand. The dealer's always reminding us, yes, you have to use two of your cards. So there you go. We started off with a pair and it didn't really help us, did it? We'll call the 60. All right, so now we have a definite two pair. We got kings and a three. We'll go ahead and call out all these. But everybody's got four cards to choose their best two from. And there's two more cards coming up on the table. All right, well, still doesn't really help us. We really need another three, or another three is what we really need for that full house. Yeah, we're gonna call all day today, folks, just to learn the game with you. I don't think this is gonna cut it. I'll be surprised if it does. He might have a flush. Let's see. If Mr. Frank calls him, we'll call. If not, we're gonna dump. Yeah, he got called. So we'll see what he's got. So somebody had a straight. Fourth Street had a straight. Good hand. We'd have lost. This is not a great hand to start with. There's literally all four suits represented. But you know what? Just for fun, we're going to see where it takes us. All right. So right now we have a pair of twos. But we also have a possible straight, as you can see, but it's a low straight, so we'll call. Still not a whole lot of possibility there. Really, we need one card, and that's a three. So we'll go ahead and call. But a three gives us a low straight. There's high straight numbers on the board. There's a pair of sixes, doesn't belong to us, and we got nothing else. So, well, we're going to fold. We're just not going to give away 860,000 in chips. I guess W. Sop agrees. Are giving us a card. Very nice. Pair of twos. I always play a pair of twos, but you never know. Jack four comes up. So let's see where we're at. Well, we're on a quest to win 18 million chips, and we've won 400,000. So we got a little ways to go on this quest, folks. Probably not going to stand the whole quest here for your sake and mine. We'll check that flop. The flop doesn't help us, except we've got ace, 2, 3, 4. There's a straight going on. 5 comes up on the table. That's good for us. Remember, we got to use 2 of our 4 cards. So we've got 2 cards to pull a 5. This is basically, but it's still a low straight, not a great hand, which we haven't had yet. Oh, all in with 230,000 in chips. Why not? All right, so there's our 2 pair. Okay, so we've got 2s and 3s, very low 2 pair. Still, we pull the 5, we've got the straight. And I doubt 2s and 3s are going to win it. I'd be surprised. There's the full house going to Tracy up in the corner. Nicely done. And 180,000 chip power hand. We're not having much luck today, folks. I'm sorry. I blame myself. We're going to go ahead and fold out of this hand too, because I'm just going to fold. I don't like these cards. I don't like the cards I've been getting. Just going to fold out. And of course, watch what happens, right? So now we've got the 2 pair, 3, 5. So we're still in because we We picked the check fold. There was no raise, so we're still in. Doesn't really help us. The only thing that helps us is another 5 or a 3. It's the only thing that helps us in this scheme of things. It's because we have to use 2 of our cards. And this doesn't help. So unless 2 pair wins it, which I'd be surprised, but you never know. Sometimes it does. Somebody wants 600 grand to challenge. Oh, 4 million? No, we're going to fold out. Tracy joins the table and starts winning, which is really kind of annoying. 2 straights in a row for Tracy. Up there. All right, so this is not bad. There's some diamonds, which is flush territory. So I'll go ahead and call. I'm the small blind. I'll go ahead and check. So now I've got a 5, 9, 10 of diamonds, essentially. But I also have 7, 8, 9, 10. I don't have 7, 8, 9, 10. I have 8, 9, 10. All right, so I'm getting closer to that flush. One more diamond and we got a flush. But keep in mind, we've got 3 of the diamonds. That's the crazy math they have to think about in Omaha. So we're going to wind this up with 2 pair, which will be 9s and 8s. Probably not enough. Somebody comes around with a big bet, we'll just move on. But we're really, we're not having a lot of luck right now, my friends. Not having a lot of luck. So at least somebody else is calling out QQ ops. So let's see. Oh, Mr. Frank in with 7.6 million. All the way in with a full boat. See? We dodge a bullet. We keep our powder dry for when we got good cards. But we haven't had good cards yet, so maybe we're due. Again, not suited, ace 10, but we're going to go in with our ace 10. And we have possible straighting. We're a queen away from having a nice high straight. So we're going to check. And you'll notice one thing to look at is the cards are not doubled up in suits. So and there's our straight. So here we're going to go high because it's unlikely anybody has a flush. Call that a rainbow up there, right? So we're going to go. We got to make our money when we can. So we're going to have a flush. We're going to have a straight, and we're going to go all in with our straight as much as they. In this game, they limit your per hand put. And 4th Street, what are you coming at? You're checking, Tracy. I'm going to go all in, folks, because I got the straight and I know you don't. So you'll notice that's 9 million in chips for us over here on Drummer Dog. So that's a pretty good hand. I should always play the hands like that. I'm just trying to teach you the cards here. Also possible flushing, so we'll stay in. We tip our dealer, of course, because that was a nice win. Now, what does this mean? Well, this means our 4 and our 5 are in play. And we want either an 8 or a 3 to come up on the board, because we've got possible straighting again. We're out of the flush rush. Now we've got a pair of 9s, but that doesn't help us either, unless another card comes up there, because we still got to use 2 of our cards from down here. So we basically have a pair of 9s, which is nothing. I'm not going to call that 1.5. I'm going to fold that 1.5 million in chip bet and let him go ahead and let Lucky Dog win. Okay, so again, only good thing I see here is possible flushing with the Jack 7, but the 10 Jack is also possible straighting. You got to think in terms of 2s. Again, I know I keep reminding you that. So we've got, if we pull an 8 up on the board, we're looking good, but the 6 and the 7, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we really need 2 cards up top. And there's an 8, so we're getting closer. See what the bet is. If it's a check bet, we stay, of course, right? So all right, so we're going to check. And we need a 10, or we need a queen, actually, up top, and we got a nice straight. All right, so we still got just a pair, which doesn't help us. And I'm not going to bet 2 million on just a pair. So we'll see how this person does. Let's see where we are in the quest. We're halfway into the quest, so one nice more hand. Oh, Frank. Mr. Frank. With his full boat again. See? Now we got a pair of cowboys. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to raise. We also got a lot of spades and a high king, but I like our cowboys there. So we're going to go as high as we can on every hand here, really push this up as a value hand. All right, so now we've got two pair, kings and queens, right? Very nicely done. So we're going to go all the way in. And people want to fold out. I don't mind because I like to take the win when I can, especially in Omaha. But there's always somebody who wants to stay in. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to go all the way up again. And again, we got kings and queens right now. Two pair, kings and queens. And one more time just to see what he's got because he does not have a flush. Thank you. It's a good thing to look at the board because you'll see when people have a potential flush. You don't want to go up against that. Okay, it's obvious. There's lots of suits out there. Not a great 4 down. But we will check and we'll see what the flop brings. So the flop brings us really just a pair of 3s, but we'll check because we've got the 8 and the jack, and we've got a straight all of a sudden. So now we're going to bet the pot, which is $210,000. Chips. Sorry, chips. We're going to raise that. I like the fact we got a high straight. We're going to bet the pot. But somebody could have the flush. Oh, well, there's the higher straight. So nice hand. Very nicely done. I wasn't paying attention. I was having too much stream of consciousness. Okay, we have lots of clubs, and that's nice if we flop a bunch of clubs, but keep in mind, we have 3 clubs. There's all kinds of other cards out that could have absorbed other clubs. So now, all right, so now we've got a straight right out of the box. So we're going to play this a little more conservative. See if Lucky Dog holds on. All right, we'll check that last hand because I think I'm the only straight, and there's one chance somebody's got the flush, and that beats my straight. We're going to call the 180. Come on, Drummer Dog. Let's beat Lucky Dog. Come on, Drummer Dog. 4 of a kind. Nice hand. 4 of a kind is gilded, Ned. But can I tell you, 4 of a kind. Very nice. All right, well, we'll call the king ace high. So we've got 2 pair, aces and 7s. Remember, we have to use 2 of our cards. So we're just going to check. I'm going to stay on check. Now, if an ace, king, 7, 7, we win. All right? It's not usual you win with 2 pair, but you can see it does happen. All right, well, we've got a straight of our own, but we can only use 2 of the cards. So we can either use the 3 and the 4, the 5 and the 6. We're going to go ahead and see what happens. I like the distribution. So if you look, we actually are 1 card away from a straight flush, which would be the 3 of hearts. Still don't have that straight, though. Come on, 3 of hearts. All right, well, 3 of a kind we have. That's our best hands, 3 of a kind. So we'll go ahead and stay with 3 of a kind. You never know, but somebody, I don't see any flush work up there, so there's the full house. So remember, even 3 of a kind isn't going to win it, usually, on this table, on the Omaha table. I like our odds here. I like the 10 queen. suited. We're getting close to attaining our quest, so we'll just keep playing through quest. And what do we got? We're just 2 cards shy. We got a pair of 4s, which is no big deal right here, but we'll hang in because we got the 10 queen. And what do we got? Still just a pair of 4s. Well, it's not looking good on this hand, folks, so I'm glad we are playing conservative. There's a 5 million chip pot. We're going to fold. Nothing we can do here, right? So, again, those are not our kings, somebody else's kings. Let's see who wins what. And full house, again, for Lucky Dog. And a power hand. So, you know, a lot to be said to be left of dealer. All right, well, certainly I'm not going to be pulling the full house here, the royal flush or anything of that nature. But again, I've got almost the straight in my hand, which is not great. Right? So assuming I can use the king jack, I need 2 more spades up there to help me. So again, it looks good, 9 and then 10 jack king suited, but remember, I have to use 2 of these cards, so I'll just go all in. I only got 293,000 in chips left anyways. Oh boy, I finally have a pair, which would be a pair of kings. And so again, I tell you, it's deceiving when you think you got good cards. Very, very different than Hold'em. All right, what do we got? What do we got? All right, so I like these cards. I like 9, 10 of hearts, and I like the Queen 2 of spades. So we'll just ride this hand out, see what happens. So there's a pair of kings. That's nice. That doesn't help us, but it's nice. Especially with, 2 more cards to go. Well, jack is 9. All right, so there's 6 doesn't help. So I would check out here because I don't see any future in us except us giving chips away. Let's not give chips away. I mean, we can if we're learning, and obviously we know there's, 6.8 billion in chips, and that's fine, but you get my point. All right, let's see what we got here. Come on, cards. Let's go. It's our turn. And nothing special, more straighting in our 4 down, but whatever. What's Omaha? So we got a pair of kings. So we need more cowboys in this lineup to make it worth our while. Just hoping for more cowboys here. More cowboys, we probably win. Less cowboys, we probably lose. But we'll call the 720. What do we got? Oh, there's 2 pairs, so what do we double up on? So there's a queen. So they're going to take a king and a queen from us. Now we really need another cowboy. Or we need another queen. But we're going to stay in just for fun. We got nothing we got nothing but chips. I do not think queens and kings are going to do it, my friends. So there you go. Maya wins with 3 of a kind. And Richard also wins with 3 of a kind. So, proved my point. So we're going to come in hot with a pair of 8s, but we've also got 8 kings suited. I'm just going to go all the way up. What the hell? I'm running out of chips anyways. I mean, on the table, I'm not running out of chips. We got plenty of chips. I just might as well play ball. Oh, now I'm looking like I like what I see. We're going to go all in with our full house of kings and 8s. We're going to be tough to beat on this hand unless somebody has 4 of a kind. But, we've got 3 of the kings and 3 of the 8s. So let's hope that we're safe. And it looks like a rainbow up there. So I don't see any flushing. There's our full house. We win 2.7 million in chips, and it's a power hand. So yay. I like it. Don't ever forget to tip your dealer. And I always call the next hand. So we've got a pair of kings with an ace high. We'll keep going. We got a pair of kings with an ace high still. Jack doesn't help us. We'll see where we go with this. We'll see where the next card goes. Stinky little pair of kings. So I don't think that's a great hand, folks. So you know what? I mean, if we won, it's because, I mean, I don't want to even go all in on a hand like that. I just let somebody have their showdown hand. I don't really even care. You know, the turn of the river don't bring, then what can you do? All right, so essentially we have a pair of threes in hand. We'll go with 60 to stay in. And now we've got, again, we have to play two of the cards. So we either have a pair of sixes or a pair of threes, whichever works out better for us. Just play this through here. And the queen does nothing for us, unfortunately. So we're getting down to the nitty gritty here. Somebody wants me to go all in to lose. I'm not going to do that. And what does the river bring? Yeah, the river brought us nothing. So, good fold. Hooray. New cards. Adam would have probably had us leave this table and join another table, but I'm just going to finish up here. Hasn't been a good run on the Omaha table this go around, but that's okay. Can't all be winners. All right, so we've got an ace, essentially, we'll call. 60 grand's not a lot to stay in with an ace. See if people get a little annoying on us. Decide to raise it up. Okay, so there's a pair of aces. It's not bad. We'll stay. So we have two pair. Aces and nines. You know, with the aces and nines, we'll go all in. Why not? Just, there's a straight. You see how things can shift? That's what I love about this game. We're all in. It's 7.5 million in chips. We've got a straight. Let's see what happens. Somebody could have a flush, which will beat our straight, but we're going to find out. There it is. The flush beat our straight. Winner, Cade. So there you go. We did not win with the straight. That's how this game goes. All right. I prefer the flush. It's good to have a flush in this game. All right, so there's a pair of tens, but we also got some straining with the 9. So the 9, 10, jack. There's our 9, 10, jack, queen. So an 8 or a king, and we're back to having a straight. I don't think anybody's got a flush going, but we're going to stay in. Unless somebody throws down another club here. All right, so 3 of a kind is what we're going to end up with, which would be 3 tens. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and check our 3 of a kind, see what anybody's got. All right, so full house again to Cade, who wins another power hand. So he's on fire. He's on fire. That's how it goes. We got nothing here, folks. We got nothing. We're going to check. I just want to see where we're at here. Well, literally one hand, one win, and we'll have reached the quest. Doesn't look good for us on this hand. We're going to go ahead and fold. Keep our powder dry. So somebody has a 9 or a king. They got a full... Oh, no, they have to use 2 of their cards. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm right. You got a 9 or a king. They win. There you go. So Cade wins again. Uncanny to win 3, 4 hands in a row. All right. 8, 10 looks good. We'll call the 360. Eight, 10 suited, I always like that. Like I said, I like the flush in this game. All right, there's the kings. There's another club. So we've got 2 cards to pull 2 clubs. And we can also pair up with what we got in our hand. So we'll play out the 2-7 million. So there's our second card. What do we pull? A 6. So we've got 6s and kings. I don't think it's going to be enough. It usually isn't, right? But we'll play it out anyways because we're going to see what everybody's got. 3 of a kind beat us. So we're not having a great game at the table. Can I tell you? Can't always. Can't always. All right, so we got 1 pair of 8s. I tell you what we can do, though. We might be able, if we can be on the other side of the dealer over up here, maybe we'll do better. We'll find out. Hi, I'm up here now. All right. Well, there's possible flushing here because we got the king and the 8 and the 4 and the jack. So, all right. Let's see what we got. That 7 doesn't help us. 7 doesn't help us. Clubby, please. Clubby. Club. Club. All right. Sorry, folks. Wish I had better news first. So see, sometimes 3 of a kind's good enough. Good enough when Lucky Dog plays. Sometimes, like I've said, I think World Series of Poker is a little bit fixed. All right, what do we got? I like this hand. There's a lot of potential going on. So we're just going to play this hand through. All right. We got a pair of jacks right now without any other thought. You can give up any idea of flush at this point. Jacks is the only thing that we're interested in. An ace won't hurt us either. But there's no straighting for us at this point. All right, so we've got aces and jacks, which is better than nothing. So we're going to go with the 2.52 million. We're going to hope we get another jack or another ace. There's the 4. See, now if it was Lucky Dog who was in the hand, he would have gotten the ace or the 4, but there you go. I think World Series of Poker is trying to take our chips, folks. We'll let them take a little bit back. All right, so I dare say there's always a potential of royal flush when you've got the ace and king of clubs. So there's the ace and queen. We've got 2 pair. I'm just going to go for broke because I think with just 2 million in chips left on the table, I'm just going to go for broke. We've got an ace and a queen. I mean, if we can't win with an ace and a queen, I don't know what we can say anymore, but there's a straight, a very high straight, so we're now even better. And I don't see any flushing yet, but we're going to see what happens because we've been tricked before. We've been tricked before. All right, so 4 million in chips. I don't know if that puts us into claim zone. It does. We do have a claim now. We'll play this last hand, and this last hand's going to be a fold. We'll get the claim. Moving on to our 4th quest, we need to win 10 hands. You know, whenever you're playing, too, you know, you can always look right below me. There's where it says 1 pair, just below the cards. It tells you what you've got, essentially the ranking of your hand. But it'll also tell you that there's what's on the table. So you can see we would have had a 2-pair hand, but I don't think 2 pairs is a good enough hand here. All right, so we're going to move on out of this table. And I'm going to say to you, if you have any questions, of course, always hit subscribe. I know I never pimp it out, but always hit the subscribe button if you enjoy watching the Scott streaming consciousness of poker. And if you have any questions, you can always email me. I'll always answer questions about the game. I really appreciate your time, and you guys have a great rest of your day.